So in this video we're going to take a look at how to automatically add a contact to Xero um, by using Zapier, and in this example I'm going to use Google Sheets just so I can show you the information nice and simply. However, this could be from anything. This could be from any application that you're running. It could be an Excel sheet, it could be a form of some sort, it could be your CRM. Anything that you can connect to Zapier and take this information out, you can apply the same system and process to through Zapier. I'm just showing you Google Sheets because it's a nice easy example to use, but you can literally use this for anything. So anything where you're processing your leads and prospects information and you're going to be turning them into a client or whatever it might be, and then they need adding into Xero, and that's usually a manual process of somebody going and doing that, we can automate by using Zapier. If you have any questions about the specific program that you're using before putting the information into Xero, leave it in the comments, let me know, and I'll do my best to help you out. So the first thing that we're going to have a look at is the sheet. So mine's nice and basic here. I've just got the basic information, first name, last name, email, all that sort of stuff. And when we sign somebody up, we tick this box here. Now, as you can see that way in green, if that's something that you'd like to have a look at, I have another video on my channel which shows you how to set this up. So I'll leave the link in the description if you want to check that out, as well as the link to VLOOKUPs, which uses these keywords here to tell us the cost. So if you go down and you put the different programs in, it automatically fills in the cost for us, and we do that using what's called a VLOOKUP. Again, I'll put the link in the description for that video so you can have a look at how to do that. For now, we will just continue with this. So go to Zapier. Click on create a new Zap, top left or in the middle, and the trigger, which is where the sort of notification, if you like, for this Zap to start taking place happens. So for example, in my sheet, it's going to be when this is ticked that this is going to happen. If it's in your CRM, it might be that you've processed somebody through to the workflow that's called client or sold or signed up or whatever it might be, and if it's a form, it might be a new entry into the form. When that thing happens in your system and you want that to then create the contact in Xero, that's what a trigger is. Again, I've got another video about basics to Zapier in my on my YouTube channel, and I'll leave another link in the description so you can have a look at that if you're unfamiliar with setting up Zaps. You can take a look at that one first. I'd recommend having a look at that to learn about what a trigger is and what an action is and how it all works. So you can search in here. So we're going to go for Google Sheets, and then what we're going to do is choose an event. So the thing that needs to happen what we want is new or updated spreadsheet row. Okay, so click continue. Choose the accounts. You might have a few different accounts logged in, so choose the account that you want. And then we need to choose the specific spreadsheet. This comes up, this list here, as you can see, example client sheet in most recent order, but you can just type in there and search as well. From there, we need to choose the worksheet. The worksheet is this down on the bottom, so what tab you're on. So ours is just sheet 1. Now the trigger column, we've got set to any column. Okay. What we would like that to be is the signed up column. So the one that's ticked there. So what that's going to do is when that's ticked and something happens to it, it triggers. If that doesn't happen, this won't trigger. Now if you're doing something slightly different and you want it to sort of, and there's a reason why you'd want that to update on any column, then you can just you can leave it to any column. Just clear that out, and by default it will just be changes to any column. It's going to ask us to test it to bring through some information. There we go, and it should bring through just the information that was in that row. So from there we're going to continue. I'm going to set up an action. Again, check out my basic introduction to Zapier if you want to understand what an action is, but it's pretty straightforward. As it says, this is an action at, like after the event starts, after the Zap starts, or something that happens afterwards. So what we're looking for is Xero, which we've got here. If you can't see it on there, obviously you can type it into here, and we do have other accounting systems in here, such as QuickBooks. So if that's what you're using, you could do the same thing. So let's choose Xero, event, or what we want it to do. So we are going to go on to create a contact. Continue. Choose the Xero account what you want this to happen with. So then it's going to ask us to fill in basically all the information that's required in Xero to create a contact. So if you go on Setup Action, you'll see here that these are all the fields that Xero can use to create a contact. Some are required, which are specified, and some aren't. So what we want to do is we want to then come through and, well, first thing we want to choose the organisation that it's going to. So you might have a few different organisations set up. But then we want to come through these little boxes and fill them in with the information that we've pulled through from our spreadsheet. Okay, all this information is in here. And what you can do is if you click on one of the boxes, so the contact name, and you click on one of the options that you brought through from the spreadsheet, that'll put them in that box. And then when you go to Xero, the contact name will be filled in with that. Contact name is company, by the way. I know that you might want to put the person's name in there, but generally speaking, it's the company. If it's not a company that you're working with, obviously the person's name will be fine. Now, you put first name, just go through filling them in, last name. If you've got the email, obviously that can go in. You can type into these as well, so if you wanted to put anything in as well, so you could do a mix. You could have the what you pull through from your sheet and then type some information, and just go through and fill in the information that you've got. Basically, it's nice and simple. We've got address, so we'll chuck this in as well. And that's it. Now you can check the stuff. So you've got all the empty fields here that you've not used, and then you've got all the fields here at the top that you have used, so you can see what's going where. We'll test this. And as you can see, it's come through already. So go automate my business, Brun for the address, it's in there as a contact. So that's worked. So every time that I come into here and we've got a new prospect in here and they sign up and I tick this, Zapier will chuck them into Xero for us. Nice and simple. Now there is some other information on here which we haven't used, program and cost. So I'm going to do another video on how we can set up an invoice in the same flow, and that'll be uploaded as a separate video. So again, I'll put that in the description for you. Any questions, leave me a comment in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.